Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full Smashbox overhaul, a full face of Smashbox. I'm using Smashbox brushes, eyeshadow, foundation, primer, setting, everything Smashbox. I did this a few months ago and I'll have that link in the bottom bar if you guys want to check that video out. But some of these products are new, some are first impressions, and some are favorites. Before we jump into the video, I want to remind you to comment, rate, and subscribe on this video and hit that notification bell. This way, when I make videos, you'll get a notification and you'll know right away. I want you to be a part of my notification squad. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to achieve this look and learn what I thought about these products, all you gotta do is stay tuned. Alright guys, so to start out, let me preface this video by saying that I'm a huge Smashbox fan. I love their complexion products, their primers. I'm a big fan of their makeup brush collection, their new brush collection. They've had brushes for a little while now. I love their always on lipsticks, their Be Legendary lipsticks. Smashbox was one of the first brands that I have ever tried a primer from, so they always hold a special place in my heart. And I was really excited when they came out with their new foundation collection and really excited to try it. If you're not familiar with their new foundation collection, this is the Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. It's a dual-ended foundation. One end is foundation and then the other is contour. I think that's genius because so many people ask me, how do I choose my contour color? Like, what color should I use? What should I get? What should I do? And the fact that they're offering two complexion products in one is really exciting to me. You guys know that I'm a complexion junkie. I'm all about that base, and I was really excited to try this. That's gonna be my last time saying this. So aside from the foundation, I would have to say that my other first impression is of the holiday eyeshadow palette. I received this a week or so ago and I did an unboxing of it on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. I always do my unboxings on Instagram and then I come here to YouTube and I demo them and I do reviews and stuff like that. So from the time that I received it, I was pretty excited to try it. It has a really, really beautiful set of transition colors in there. It has this really pretty blue kind of purple color that I have on my lid today. So that was really cool to try that. And then they have two primers that I was really, really excited about trying. I actually tried one, but I really wanted to try this and pay attention to it today. Extra special attention. And then I also wanted to go ahead and try their Photo Finish Primerizer, which, I absolutely love it. I'm going to talk a little bit more as I start the face. I use a couple of their Halo setting powders, medium dark and dark, to set my foundation. I've tried and love these. These are really, really great powders. If you haven't had a chance to try these and you're looking for a foundation slash setting powder, I definitely think that this is something you're going to want to give a try. And I also use their Spotlight highlight palette, and I believe that this one in particular is in collaboration with Casey Holmes. I will have links to all of these products mentioned in the bottom bar. So let's just go ahead and start the face. So to start out with, as I've been doing lately, I already started this video with my eyebrows done. I actually used drugstore products to complete these brows today. I started out with my Milani wax and then I went in with a little bit of the L'Oreal Brow Styler Definer in brunette and then a little bit of a couple of dark brown eye powders. I want to say that they're from MUA Cosmetics. I didn't really pay much attention to it because I knew that I wasn't going to show you guys here on camera. But after doing my brows, I did go in with the Smashbox concealer in dark, and I highlight my underbrow and I smoothed that down. And I also used that as my eyelid primer. Again, I had the two products next to each other, the primer and the concealer. They look just alike, and I really had the intention of using the primer, but the concealer's right there and I put it on. I don't think it was the best. Again, for these matte eyeshadows, I really, really feel that they need a sticky base. I know so many people are like, duh, are you new to the club or what? But because I haven't really worked primarily only with mattes in a while, and sometimes I'll put foundation on my lid or thicker, creamier bases lately, that I've been paying attention to bases, and I know for a fact that I've been using the incorrect bases. it just solidifies the fact that you need a sticky, creamy base with matte, very powdery eyeshadows such as these. I had a very hard time with this look, and you'll see, maybe you won't see, because I did one eye with you and I feel like I had a fairly good experience, and then the eye that I did off camera, I had so many problems. First of all, this palette, I don't know if they phoned it in a little bit with this, or like I said, if I just used a pore primer, but so powdery, they wouldn't stick to my eye. I had to go in several times and make adjustments. If you follow me on Instagram, the story may still be live. I would say go check it out just to see. And I'm only saying this, and I feel completely comfortable saying this because I love Smashbox. I'm a huge fan, and this is constructive criticism. These, I don't know, even when doing swatches on the back of my hand, when I went to go wipe, they just wiped right away, like absolutely wiped away. But I digress. There are 3 colors in the palette that are meant to be used on skin tones, and because I'm so much darker than these powders, I really can't use them how they were intended. So I did use the center color, somewhat of a taupey, warm transition color. I used that as my first transition color and just blend that all over the little bit of concealer that I did have in my eye area. I blended that out thoroughly. After blending out that warm taupey color in my crease, I went in with a warm brown and followed that by somewhat of a cool purple brown in the palette. And I just feathered that inward in my traditional shape, kind of in an elongated cat shape. Following that, I went in with the cool tone, kind of very purple color, and I used that to carve out my crease. Just blending and kind of making sure to keep the most intensity located very deep in my V. I've been trying very hard lately to make sure not to bring the deepest color too high. I feel like I did that the other day, and I do that on occasions. Maybe I'm not paying attention or I'm being lazy or whatever's going on, but I hate the way it looks, and I've been trying to really pay attention to not do that. So after blending out my crease in my outer V, I did go in with that really pretty beigey tone, and I put that all over my lid, and I blended it out, and then I took a little bit more of that deep blue and I cut it across just to give me an angular effect, to kind of give me an elongated shape. And I wanted all of the colors to kind of just blend very effortlessly over the eye. I didn't really want to cut the crease or anything like that, so I kind of just blended up there. And then I'm talking so apprehensively because I do know that this is a part of the video where everything starts to fall apart on the other eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that on the left eye, I don't know what happened. Things weren't working. The eyeshadow wasn't sticking to my lid or anything like that. So I did have to go in with a shimmery tone and place that all over that kind of beigey tone because it was really giving me a hard time. So that's pretty much the gist of the eye. I had a hard time with this palette. I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but I do want to say before I make a final assessment, I do want to make sure that I go in and I use it with a sticky base. Same thing that I had to do with the Peach Perfect palette from Too Faced. Okay guys, so now for the fun part. After doing the eye, I do do the bottom of my eye, but I do that after I do my foundation. Now it's time for the foundation. Holy moly, and the primer. I'm so excited. You guys know that this is my favorite part of foundation, right? I know that I don't have to tell you this, but I was absolutely, positively geeked. I was so shook to try this foundation that, oh my god, I don't even want to tell you how I feel about it because it's supposed to be a review, you guys. You're supposed to be surprised. First of all, to start out this foundation, I did go in with the primer water, And I feel like a lot of people have the primer water confused or something, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the primer water. I feel like the primer water is great to use under moisturizer as well as in place of moisturizer underneath a serum or something like that when you're dealing with very oily water, when you're dealing with very oily skin. It can definitely come in handy. It can help with hydration. It can help with just keeping your foundation up there longer, wanting to wear a really matte foundation and wanting to use a primer without using a cream moisturizer underneath. I used primer water, and then I went in with the Primerizer, which is absolutely beautiful. So creamy and moisturizing. Even applying it and using my fingers, my hands just feel so smooth afterwards and plump. Honey, I loved it. It went up there so beautifully. So after using the Primerizer, I went in with their Photo Finish Iconic. Their new primer stick. Absolutely, positively wiped the pores off my face, wiped the shine, the texture, the unevenness from the light hitting oily. Look at my face! I love it so much. Smashbox, you guys need to stop. Oh my god, absolutely beautiful. I love how it wore on my face. So I'm showing you a couple swatches of the foundation just so you guys can see how it looks on my skin. I believe I tried 4.2 and 4.3. 4.3 ended up being the best match for me, and I absolutely love how it just blended up there on my skin. I used their beautiful blush. I used their beautiful brush, their foundation blurring brush. It is just dense and round and soft, and I just love it. You can blend it. On one side I blended, on the other side I stippled. Both sides came out flawless. Smashbox, y'all did y'all thing with this. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know how to hide it anymore. Shook by this foundation. Shook by this foundation. The foundation makes up for the eyeshadow palette. Personally, I don't want to, I don't want to speak so finally on the eyeshadow palette and say it's trash or ask them what's going on or go into dramatics or anything like that, because I do think it was a little bit of user error. But honey, this foundation I love it. It's so smooth. It's beautiful, honey. Oh my god. So after blending out their foundation flawlessly all over my face with their blurring foundation brush, which I love, if I need to just tell you that again, I absolutely love it. I actually did a little shot showing you a few of my favorite brushes from Smashbox. The foundation brushes, the blurring, the stippling foundation brush, their powder brush, their highlighting brush, their angled powder brush. I mean, y'all did that. Y'all really did. Let me move away from, I need to calm down. Okay, bring it back down. After doing my foundation, I went in with their color corrector, and I'm really glad that I had the chance to use all Smashbox products so I can get the final say on their complexion products, from the primers to the color corrector. I've used them sporadically here and there with other brands and dibbled and dabbled and did all types of like BBCs. Mixing them all together with Lancome and Makeup Forever, but being able to use all of these products collectively was quite an experience. The color corrector worked great, and as you'll see, I used it after my foundation, and it really goes to show how well it blended in. It took away the hyperpigmentation, balanced it out, took away the gray or the blue tone from under my eye and around my mouth area, and just really allowed for my true skin tone to shine through. After color correcting, I went in with their Studio Skin in dark, and I applied that in my under eye area. And I've been really making sure lately to do my makeup very purposefully. And I think that I always do, but sometimes I just go into autopilot and I just go into phoning it in mode. I really wanted to pay attention to how I was doing my makeup. I kind of wanted to do my makeup today as if I was meeting somebody for the first time, and maybe it was going to be makeup work. Maybe they're going to be judging my makeup. Maybe it was going to be seeing somebody for the first time in a long time. I don't know what it was, but I really wanted to make sure to do my makeup very purposefully. I wanted to do things that were only flattering. I wanted to make sure my eye makeup didn't come out too far across my cheekbones and make my face look wide and weird. So you'll see during this foundation tutorial in particular that we were in our bag, honey. We were in our bag. After doing my highlighting concealer, I was just so impressed. I was so impressed going in and doing that contour. Going in and doing the contour, beautiful. Perfect pairing between the foundation and the contour. And I'm using color 4.3. And as you'll see, I took their angled powder brush and I just stippled it up there and just pressed it into my skin. And it is... absolutely positively amazing. I was absolutely positively blown away by this foundation, and I actually have their other concealer in deep, and this one is more my skin tone, and I didn't have a chance to use it with the foundation because the foundation is medium to full coverage. I feel like you can just build this. It blends beautifully, it layers beautifully. I'm mad amped. I can't wait to use it again. I'm going to be booking in LA and doing a lot more freelance work. So stay tuned, you guys. I needed a little break from YouTube, even though I didn't really take an official break. I was still filming, but I feel like I was mentally and emotionally, personality-wise, I was on break. Like, I went through so many things while doing YouTube that I just feel like I'm back again. I have so many products that I've received and I've never done reviews for, and I'm back and I'm just really excited. So after doing my contour, I just had to marvel at my face, and I'm just marveling now, and I'm actually trying to remember what I did next. After going in and doing my contour, I do believe that I went in and I set. And I went in with medium dark under my eye and dark all over my face, and I baked under my eye and kind of just pressed the powder in along the edges of my face and whatnot. Absolutely love it. I love the results. I love the way this beat looks. I don't even really want to say this, but I will. I really think that this rivals, I don't even know. This is definitely, I really feel like I like the coverage of this and the feel of this better than the Makeup Forever stick foundation. I was trying to think who has a bomb ass stick foundation. I just love it. I love how it really did everything. But anyway, back to the foundation. So for my powder, I did use deep dark and medium, and those are the Halo foundation powders. These are not technically, I guess, setting powders. They're more so foundation, but you can absolutely positively use them as setting powders. They're hydrating, so they just really made my skin look great without taking away too much shine and too much life. It did hold my makeup down. I'm not sure if Smashbox has a translucent setting powder, but if they don't, they definitely need one because I'm floored by the Shaping foundation. I'm floored. After setting my foundation and doing everything, I did go in with a little bit of that rich kind of cool brown from the eyeshadow palette, and I used that to contour my face a tiny bit more because I didn't have any other powders from them, and the dark powder is not quite dark enough to contour, but it's definitely dark enough to set my foundation. And I like the fact that they're not too warm or cool because they don't oxidize crazily, and they work very well with flash. So after finishing my foundation, I did go in and do highlight. The highlighter that I'm using is from their Spotlight palette, and this is the one that's in collaboration with Casey Holmes. And I used all three palettes, or not all three palettes, I used all three colors straight across and just used it to highlight my cheekbone, my brow area, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and just really used it to fill any light pockets or anything like that where there's shadow. I used a little bit of the highlighter, and I really think that it just came out so beautifully. They're very buttery, they're pigmented, they're smooth and creamy, and just a really great highlighter. I actually have two of these palettes, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway with one on Instagram soon, so you definitely want to go ahead and follow if you're interested in winning some Smashbox products. I'm getting so excited. So for underneath my eye, I went in with a Smashbox eyeliner in Bouncer, which is like a really pretty bright blue, and I used that on one of their detailed brushes, and I just smudged it along the bottom of my lash line, and followed by that I used a little bit of that dark blue from the palette to further smoke that out. I took Nymph, which is another pencil from Smashbox. It's kind of like a purpley blue tone, kind of deep. I used that on my waterline and just blend and smudged everything together. I think it came out beautifully. From there, I took a little bit of their golden shimmery highlighters colors from the palette, and I used them in my tear ducts just to really pop and wake the look up. I'm not sure if I showed that on camera, but I just wanted to let you guys know what effect you're seeing in the tear duct and in the bottom of the eyes. Let me just say that I use their X-rated mascara, which is actually really good. I don't usually pay attention to what mascaras do because I know I'm going to put on falsies and I know I don't have much lashes and my bottom lashes are trash. The X-rated mascara was really good, but what was really stand out was that mascara brush. Absolutely, positively amazing. One of the best that I've used, and this thing gave me actual bottom lashes. I'm highly impressed by that brush. So after doing my eyes and my lashes and my highlight, my foundation, everything that I did, I put everything together. I did decide to go in and do 2 lips today, one nude lip and then one blue lip. The nude lip, absolutely positively beautiful. I used one of their eyeliners in Brewed, which is a really, really deep, cool brown. I lined my lips with it, and then I went in with True Grit, which is chocolate as fudge. Literally, it's so beautiful. I applied that all over my lips, beautiful and matte. And then I took a little bit of one of their lipsticks in Straight Up. Took a little bit of Straight Up and I rubbed that in the middle just to give the lip a little bit of moisture and a little bit of dimension. And I really thought that was beautiful, but I did want to go in and try one of their liquid metallic lip colors in Iced Out. I've always thought this was a beautiful color, and this was the perfect opportunity to use it and have it be grown and grown up and sexy. Like if you see me walking down the street with some black jeans and some boots on, nothing would come across kitschy. It wouldn't come across like funny or ghetto or anything. It's just grown. It's almost like a nude lip, but it's blue. I think it looks really, really pretty. And I used Nymph as well to line these lips to kind of give it a little bit of pop and a little bit of dimension. They're very similar in colors, but Nymph is a little bit more purple. I really, really love how this liquid metallic wears. It's gooey in the sense that you can rub your lips, it'll come off on things and such. But to kind of calm it down and to not only mute it just a tiny bit, to almost make it a satin, it's not quite matte, I took some of that deep blue from the palette and I just patted all over my lips. So just to give it kind of a little bit less of a super shine, I really, really like the effect that it gives. It's kind of like a demi matte or a satin. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the look. You're seeing everything. Everything on my face was mentioned, will be listed in the bottom bar as well as on the screen. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I'm just looking at the look and I'm making sure that there's nothing that I forgot, because I really think that this is a really pretty and very simple look. If there's anything that I didn't mention voiceover wise in the video, I'll try to make sure to have it on the screen so you guys know exactly what's going on. I'm trying a new format with my videos so it doesn't have to weigh down so heavily with talking or some type of speed tutorial, which I like, but I don't feel like you guys are getting the full explanation and you guys always have questions, and I want to make sure first and foremost that you learn something when you visit this channel. Entertainment is great, personality is fun, but I know at the end of the day you guys are here to learn something, and at the end of the day I'm here to teach you. So hopefully you learned something from this tutorial. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. This way when I make new content you guys get a notification off the bat and you guys know. And give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like my content, and then I'll go ahead and make a crap more. I've already made like 8,000 videos here on YouTube. Alright guys, as always, I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye guys.